Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Fairley Field here in Summers Point, New Jersey, where BFA presents South Jersey South Shore baseball action between the visiting Ventnor Baysox and the Summer Point Captains. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Burkholtz alongside the coach, Tom Ryder.
Yep, thank you.
Coach, how we doing this evening?
We're doing really well. It's a nice drive down here from Vineland. Didn't take that long. I was pretty impressed.
And a beautiful night for baseball for sure.
Yes, it is.
The Ventnor Baysox come into tonight's game contest 6-5, tied for fourth. Early on here in the season, the Summer Point's captains come to tonight's ball games with a record of 1-9. Conference at home plate between the umpires and captains will get underway here shortly. Go ahead and give you the lineups. First, let's start with the visiting Ventnor Baysox. Leading off the shortstop, number 31, Angelo Nicasio. Batting second, the center fielder, number 13, Dom Baselli. Hitting third, the third baseman, number 88, Billy Wheatley. Batting fourth, the second baseman, number 44, Alejandro Rosado. Batting fifth, tonight's designated hitter, number 17, Joe Farrell. Catching and batting sixth, number 21, Angel Murray. Hitting seventh, the left fielder, number 1, Javi Vega. Hitting eighth, the right fielder, number 4, Nathan Wallace. Playing first base, number 29, John Bronco. And batting 10, the extra hitter tonight, number 27, Phil Santamaria. And that's your starting lineup for the Ventnor Baysox. Defensively, for the Summers Point captains. In the outfield, in left field, Kyle Campbell. Center fielder, Andre Boyo. Rocco Bondano will be in right field this evening. In the infield, third baseman, Jared Nolan. Shortstop, Kevin Foreman. The second baseman tonight is Brock Mercado. First base, Tyler Monzo. Matt Nolan behind the plate catching. And on the mound for the Summers Point captains, Cole Hines. Coaches at home plate. Going over the ground rules. I was about to say the meeting with the blue umpires tonight, but they get a little bit different color than the traditional.
Different color scheme. Maybe it's military night we don't know about. That's okay.
A little camouflage action
We're
going on.
okay with that.
Why don't we go ahead and let you know tonight's umpires behind the plate, John Dubel, and on the bases is Matt Lawler, your umpires for tonight's contest. We lucked out tonight. Normally, we're producing and commentating down on field level outdoors, but we're in a press box tonight, Coach.
I was impressed when I came because I was ready. Brought my sweatshirt, ready to sit outside with a nice cooler by a mile, and here we are, sweatshirt on and a little bit warm.
And air conditioning as well.
Yep, with the windows open, so we're good.
I think if we could get this all the time for our broadcast, I think we'd be more than happy.
Yep. Well, you don't have to worry about a rain delay or quickly getting stuff put away in the middle of a game. And
well, Coach, don't jinx it because
I won't do that.
Yes,
we won't
you just did because this is my third broadcast, and in my first two broadcasts here with BFA Sports, we have had to postpone and stop production due to weather-related issues. So. Did you check the radar before you came down?
I was listening to Wally Canan, the weatherman, before I came here, and he said it's going to be okay.
Blue skies across the board? Very good. Very good. We're happy to bring you live action from the South Shore Baseball League. Take a moment to go ahead and thank our sponsor, the Bunting Family Pharmacy. We bring the pharmacy to you for all your health needs. Check out Bunting Family Pharmacy. Coach Dave O'Sullivan out for the Summers Point captains to get the baseballs out and ready for play. Moments away from first pitch action here in Summers Point. Nice ballpark. My first time ever down here in Summers Point.
It's a real nice place.
Anytime you get down close to the shore in the summertime, the air's a little fresher, a little cleaner.
Yes, it is.
Some beautiful weather. Excited for some baseballs this evening. We're happy to have you along with us tonight.
Well, we'll see how things go here. We should be okay, though.
Positive thinking, Coach.
You
Positive
might,
thinking.
you might have been looking for Chris. Chris, wherever you are.
He'll be checking in, I am sure, to make sure that we're doing a fine, upstanding job.
Or I'm pretty sure he'll let you know if you're not.
And that as well. That as well. Looks like we are close for first pitch. Teams are, there we go, and our Summers Point captains make their way out into the field. Well, number 11, Cole Hines, will get his 8 warm-up pitches. Slight delay here. Looks like we had a screen located behind home plate that the umpires have asked to have removed. I don't believe that they went over that in the ground rules in terms of how they would play a ball off a screen behind home plate, so they'll get that out of play and out of the way. Again, we'll go over those defensive lineup again for you for the Summers Point captains. Kyle Campbell in left, Andre Boyer in center, Rocco Bondano in right field, Jared Nolan at third, Kevin Foreman at short, Brock Mercado at second base, Tyler Monzo over at first. Matt Nolan is doing the catching, and on the mound for the captains, number 11, Cole Hines. Again, the Baysox come into tonight's contest with a record of 6-5. Good enough for currently 4th place in the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. We're starting to get to the thick of it, Coach. You know, the beginning of the season, maybe a little feeling each other out, but now that the high school baseball season's done, basically everybody's back home from college. It's time to get raring to go.
Yeah, that was one of my questions. Are most of the, well, I know high school's done. Are most of the kids back from college, and so we have a mixture of veterans and high school kids and college kids. Is that a fair assumption?
I think so. Great mix. If you've been with us before and you've watched some action, we have a wide ranging of talent levels and ability. A few high school kids, most college, and some guys that have graduated but still have a love and passion for the game and don't want to give it up.
Yep.
If I could throw the ball more than 40 feet, I would probably be back out there. But
I understand that.
I'm good for batting practice. That's about all you can get out of me nowadays. Nolan with his throw down to second. And that should get us underway here. Leading off for the Ventnor Baysox is the shortstop, number 31, Angel Nicasio.
.707.
707.
707, ready to take off on that jet. It's ready to go.
First pitch strike from Hines. 0-1 to Nicasio. One pitch is high. 1-1. Swung on and missed. That'll bring the count to 1-2 here on Nicasio. Just underway here. Fairleigh Field here in Summers Point. Nicasio not going to be fooled twice. Lays off that pitch. Evens the count up 2-2. Ball misses upstairs. That'll run the count full. Swung on, popped up in the infield. Who wants it? Nolan makes his way over to the mound for the grab for the first out here in the top of the first. Pitcher's allowed to get that, Coach, right? There's nothing wrong with the pitcher getting that ball.
I guess it depends on your philosophy as a coach, I guess.
Well, haven't pitchers always argued that they're just as athletic as anybody else in the
they
field?
do
They're
that.
capable
Sometimes that argument doesn't hold water wherever they play.
That'll bring up the center fielder for the Ventnor Baysox, number 13, Dom Baselli.
But if you look at your traditional high school pitcher, he's usually a pitcher and your shortstop, so he has to be an athlete. So he probably should get the opportunity to catch a fly ball.
Foul ball down the third base line and out of play. Off the top of the dugout. That'll run the count to 1-1 to Baselli. But going back to your point, too, about particularly in high school, most high school pitchers are also position players as well.
Right.
So certainly capable of fielding their position, you would hope. Hines gets his sign. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, laced out to center field. That ball is out of here. Home run, Dom Baselli. And the Ventnor Baysox jump out to a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first on the solo home run by Dom Baselli.
He went to Holy Spirit, correct? Is that a right assumption?
If you say it, I'll believe it.
I think he did. And he went to Mercer County College, I think. I could be wrong.
That'll bring up the third baseman, number 88, Billy Wheatley for the Baysox. Hines misses with his first offering, 1-0 to Wheatley. Ball 2-0. We should mention the dimensions here at Fairley Field. We have 307 down the right field line, 360 to dead center, and 309 down the left field line.
It is really nice to have young eyes, I'll tell you that. I was hoping you didn't ask me how far is it to right field. I'd have said too far.
Hines falls behind. Wheatley here, 3-0. Over for a strike. 3-1 to Billy Wheatley.
Yep.
Hines gets that pitch on the outside part of the plate. That'll run the count to 3-2. Swung on, laced into left field. Kyle Campbell over to cut it off. Gets the ball back in play, holding Billy Wheatley to a base hit. One out here for the Baysox here in the top of the first. That'll bring up tonight's second baseman, number 44, Alejandro Rosado. Wheatley takes his lead off first. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Called for a strike, 0-1. Hines peers over at first. Here's the 0-1. Called strike.
Guess be a fair assumption to say the umpire likes the outside part of the plate.
And as a pitcher, you're going to keep extending and going as far as you can go to see how far you can go. Quickly, 0-2 here to Rosado. Time is called. And we'll do it again. Oh, 0-2 to Rosado. Wheatley over at first, one out here in the top of the first. Here's your 0-2 pitch. Upstairs high. Snap throw down to first.
Nice play.
Wheatley back in plenty of time. Hines gets his sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Down low. That'll even the count. 2-2 to Rosado. Swung on, popped up. Out to center field. Boyer under it. Plenty of room. Makes the grab for the second out here in the inning. Wheatley retreats back to first.
This Wall's in a bad spot right here. I'll tell you what's really nice about this, though, when you look at this is probably the way baseball should be played. I mean, you don't have a coach barking out all kinds of orders down the line with wristbands and bracelets on to let them know.
Coach, do I sense you're not a fan of the new era of baseball with numbers and signs and colors? There's a base hit ripped out in the center field by Joe Farrell, tonight's designated hitter.
That's a very fair observation.
I guess
fair
that.
observation.
I got that sense.
Kind of baseball at its purest here. You're not worried about all the other idiosyncrasies. You don't have a great big barbecue mitt in your back pocket because you're going to slide head first. I mean, all the stuff going on. I mean, as a matter of fact, Ben McDonald said that the other night on at the College World Series. He said he went to an 11-year-old travel team game, and he said the kid's got an oven mitt in the back pocket, and he's got a wrist bracelet on, and he's got a leg ankle protector on. And he said he knew if he asked the kid, how come you're wearing them, the kid wouldn't have an idea because they see him on TV. It's kind of baseball at its purest, really, when you think about it.
Agreed.
Because you don't go by too many baseball fields in the middle of the afternoon and see 16 kids playing baseball. So this is the closest you can get to purest baseball.
Up next for the Baysox is the left-handed hitting catcher, number 21, Angel Murray. He rips one down the right field line. That ball is going to be a one-hop off the fence. Wheatley rounds third. He scores. Here comes Farrell. He's being waved up. They'll put the stop sign up late. He heads back. But that's an RBI double for Angel Murray. And the Baysox add to their early 1-0 lead with another run here to take a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first with 2 outs.
But then if you look at some of the positive aspects of what's going on, too, most of the guys that hit the ball ran a good 90. The pitcher went to pick off the runner at first base. I saw the right fielder go over and start to back up to the errant throw and see if there was one, which means they're still practicing their craft, even though it's kind of, like I said, the purest kind of baseball there is right now.
Stepping into the box for the Baysox, the left fielder, number 1, Javi Vega. Runners on second and third, still just 2 outs. Hines misses with his first offering, 1-0 to Vega. That pitch will miss down, 2-0. Baysox will come out swinging the sticks here tonight, Coach.
Yes, they did.
A triple away from the cycle. There's a strike for Hines, 2-1.
And we're using wooden bats. I forgot that part, too. I mean, that's...
Sounds a little pure.
That's all...
Popped out of play. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I mean, even to get the ball out of a small yard, you have to hit it. You have to barrel it up. I mean...
No cheap home runs with a wood bat.
You got these...
No cheapies. You're going to earn it. Fouled back.
I know, and I ran a team in the ACBL we talked about. We constantly, after I got to know all the players they were all over the country, our whole thing was we're throwing inside. We're going to try and stay inside. The first 2 weeks of the season, kids are going, Coach, we're not allowed to do that where I'm from. I said, it's okay. This is summer. We're going to do it here. Because they're using wooden bats. And it was interesting to watch the pitchers then all of a sudden put up antes for who's going to break the most bats. And
Here's the payoff pitch to Vega. Ripped foul down the third base line. The count remains 3-2. 2 outs, runners on second and third. 2 runs across already for the Baysox here in the top of the first. Hines will miss upstairs. That'll be a walk to Javi Vega. That'll bring up the right fielder for the Baysox, number 4, Nathan Wallace. Here's the first pitch to Wallace. That'll miss upstairs, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll miss upstairs too. 2-0. Bases are full. Nowhere to put Wallace. Good hitters count right here, Coach. 2-0, bases loaded.
Absolutely.
Wallace lays off that one, but Hines gets the call. 2-1. The count to Nathan Wallace. That'll miss up and away. 3-1. Well, now he's got to really challenge Wallace here. Nowhere to put him. Make him put the ball in play. Three-one pitch is called a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners will be on the move.
Everybody's off and running now.
Hold your spots. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded over to third. Nolan up with it across the diamond in time to retire the side, but not before the Baysox plate 2 runs on 4 hits. They leave them loaded. We head to the bottom of the first. 2-0 Ventnor Baysox. Back here in Summers Point, heading to the bottom of the first. Summers Point captains getting their swings. Go ahead and give you their lineup. Hitting tonight for the Summers Point captains, leading off the shortstop, number 22, Kevin Foreman. Batting second, the second baseman, number 4, Brock Mercado. Out in left field and batting third, number 34, Kyle Campbell. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 24, Matt Nolan. At third base tonight, number 15, batting fifth, Jared Nolan. On the mound pitching, batting sixth, number 11, Cole Hines. In center field, number 27, batting seventh, Andre Boyer. The first baseman, batting eighth, number 2, Tyler Monzo. In right field, number 25, batting ninth, Rocco Bondano. Go ahead and get you the defensive alignment here for the Ventnor Baysox. Pitcher James Longstreet is ready to go. Here's his first pitch. Over for a called strike. Out in the outfield, we have Javi Vega in left for the Ventnor Baysox, Don Baselli in center, Nathan Wallace in right field tonight. Longstreet misses up. Around the infield over at third, Billy Wheatley. Shortstop, Angel Nicasio. The second baseman, Alejandro Rosado. Over at first base, John Bronco. 1-1 pitch swung on. Angel Mary behind the plate and on the mound for the Ventnor Baysox, James Longstreet. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up. Out of play on the right side. Count will remain 1-2 to Kevin Foreman. Summers Point looking to answer the Baysox offensive output in the first inning with 2 runs. See if they can manufacture some runs on their own. Longstreet gets the swing and a miss. Strikeout on Foreman. That'll be out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. Stepping to the plate tonight's second baseman for the Summers Point Captains, number 4, Brock Mercado.
I think he's a high school player, right? Mercado.
I do have a roster for the Summers Point Captain, so I can verify that information for you. Brock Mercado, I believe, just finished his senior year at St. Joe's and headed to UNC Asheville.
Okay.
Don't hold me to that, but I believe based on the roster sheet I have, that's what it says. Swung on and out of play. 2-0 hack there for Mercado. That'll make the count 2-1. The 2-1 pitch from Longstreet. Swung out, fouled, out of play. Over the third base dugout. That'll even the count 2-2 here to Mercado. Longstreet peers in, gets his sign. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Misses up and away. That'll run the count Phil. 3-2 to Mercado. We're here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Just missed inside. And Mercado draws the 1-out walk. That'll bring up the left fielder, number 34, Kyle Campbell, for the Captains. The righty will step in. Mercado takes his lead off first. Longstreet looks over, looks in. First pitch misses away. 1-0 to Campbell. Longstreet checks the runner. Fouled back. That'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Would you classify Longstreet's delivery as a little funky, Coach?
A little
funky,
bit, yeah.
little
Yeah, just a little bit.
that
yeah.
that head turn
Yep,
just kind of gives it that little something different. For all you old school baseball movie fans, a little nucleus-ish, if you will. Swung on, lifted out to shallow center field. Who wants it? Rosado out to short center field, makes the grab for out number 2 here in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up the catcher, number 24, Matt Nolan.
And it's not that I'm adamantly opposed to all the data and the analytics and everything, but the bottom line is, I don't care what your revolution is or what it might be or could be. I mean, you got to throw strikes. If your spin rate is this and your spin rate is that, but you're not throwing strikes, then it's hard to keep harping on it, I think. You have to throw strikes.
I think you'd say there's a value to it, but placing too much of a value is maybe where you would tend to disagree with. Throw over to first. Mercado back in plenty of time. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Mercado bluffs it first. Longstreet misses high. 2-0 to Nolan. Get you the great double camera view. Pitcher batter, pitcher runner at first. Up and in. 3-0. Here to Nolan. What about the green light, Coach? You a green light fan with a batter 3-0? Is it you? What's your feeling on that?
The pitch better be right in your hitting area, your hitting zone.
Nolan taking all the way. 3-1. If the object of the game is to score runs, and you score runs by getting on base, there's nothing wrong with a walk.
Well, like I said, it's got to be in your zone. But then you have to be able to talk to the kid about what your zone really is. I mean, most of them, they think their zone is about waist high, which is not necessarily true.
That called strike will run the count to 3-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Mercado off on the pitch. Longstreet gets his sign. Swung on and fouled out of play. And we'll do it again. Longstreet has his sign. Checks the runner at first. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on, lifted. Shallow left field. Who wants it? Baselli over to make the grab for the third and final out. The Captains with no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave a runner. We head to the top of the second. 2-0 Ventnor. We're back here. We head to the top of the second inning. Ventnor Baysox holding a 2-0 lead. We'll bring to the plate the 9, 10, and leadoff batters here. Bronco, Santa Maria, and Nicasio. Take this opportunity to go ahead and thank our proud supporter and sponsor of the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League and BFA Sports, Bunting Family Pharmacy. We bring the pharmacy to you. Proud sponsors of South Jersey South Shore Baseball. Stepping up for the Baysox here in the top of the second will be the first baseman, number 29, John Bronco. He'll face Cole Hines in his second inning of work. I'm sure he'll be looking for a quick inning here, Coach, after a little bit of a long one there in the first. Over for a strike. 0-1 to Bronco. Although our pitch count's really an issue during summer baseball, Coach, you think? You think that's something they're watching?
Well, I think if they want to continue their careers, I think they should keep track of it. I mean, you already said you got a bad arm. I have one too after all the years,
Yep.
And we never worried about that. We didn't know any better.
Bronco goes down swinging. Hines gets the first out of the inning for the Captains. That'll bring up tonight's designated or extra hitter, number 27, Phil Santamaria. Swung on, lifted down the left field line, and out of play. No one gave it a look. Just couldn't quite catch up to it. You are allowed to bat 10 here in the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. Santamaria, the extra hitter tonight, in addition to a designated hitter, which is always a good thing. Get some more guys.
Get some more guys in there.
Right?
Yep.
I'd love to see that role used at the high school level as well. Hines settling nicely here in the top of the second. Quickly 0-2 to Santamaria. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Hines to start the top of the second.
That's a big change from inning number 1.
That'll bring off the leadoff hitter, Angelo Nicasio. Popped up to third base his first time up tonight. First pitch swinging. Fouled away quickly. 0-1 to Nicasio. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. Hines is definitely settled in here in the top of the second, throwing strikes, commanding the zone. Quickly 0-2. Popped up and out of play. Gave it a look. But behind the backstop, and we'll stay at 0-2. Two outs, nobody on here for the Baysox. Top of the second. 0-2 pitch swung on, fouled away again. And we've had enough foul balls that we're looking for some extra. Please return all foul balls. I'm sure that announcement will be incoming. Do you get a free soda like you used to back in the day? Remember you turned in a ball in the stands when you were a kid? You get to take it to the snack stand and get a free soda or lollipop? What do you think they'd give you in an adult men's league to bring it back?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I could come up with a couple good ideas. Swung on and missed. Hines does a great job. He strikes out the side here in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the bottom of the second. Ventnor Baysox 2, Summers Point's Captain 0. Back here at Fairleigh Field as we head to the bottom of the second. Five, six, seven hitters up for the captains to face James Longstreet in his second inning of work. Leading off here for the captains, the third baseman, number 15, Jared Nolan. Hines gave him a great inning there defensively. Let's see if he can get some run support here in the bottom half of the inning. First pitch misses from Longstreet. 1-0 to Jared Nolan.
A little bit high and inside. Heard that someplace before, some TV movie.
That's right. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll catch the corner. Longstreet evens the count, 1-1 to Nolan. One pitch misses. Just a bit upstairs. 2-1. Fouled in the batter's box. Will stay here, but that'll even the count. 2-2.
Here's an interesting thing this week too. The weather's going to be in the upper 90s most of the time. You're going to find how many of these kids really want to play. They're going to be out here all the time. I mean, it's different when you're in college, whether it's good or bad. I mean, most of them are getting some academic money or some type of money from somebody, and you just suck it up and go out and play then. But here you got to really kind of love the game.
Longstreet gets the leadoff strikeout to Nolan. That'll bring up tonight's pitcher for the Summers Point Captains, number 11, Cole Hines. Strikeout number 2 for Longstreet. Dead ball. Look to catch a piece of the jersey of pitcher Cole Hines, and he'll make his way down the first base. Umpires will ask for Summers Point wants a courtesy runner for their pitcher. It appears they have declined. And Cole Hines will run for himself here with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring up tonight's center fielder for the captains, number 27, Andre Boyer. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 to Boyer. Oh, 1 pitch from Longstreet. Catches the outside corner.
Oh, good pitch.
Boyer finds himself in the hole, 0-2. Can make a living with that pitch, Coach.
Yes, you can.
A good living. Boyer grounds it over to Nicasio at short. Takes a bad hop off his chest. And Boyer will reach on the bad hop. Put the ball in play with 2 strikes. Never know what can happen. Give credit to Nicasio at second base to square that one up and wear it right in the chest. Keep it in front. But that'll put runners on first and second for the first baseman, number 2, Tyler Monzo. First pitch swinging, 0-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Runners on first and second. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Longstreet. Swung on, fouled.
It's a good time, too, during the summer for these younger guys to learn to be aggressive but disciplined, because probably in their college environment or high school environment, somebody's dictating, when you're going to hit and how you're going to hit. And
a little more free swinging here in summer baseball, Coach, would you say, right?
I guess that's a fair analogy, but I'd rather say aggressive but disciplined.
Here's the 1-2 pitch from Longstreet. Just missed on the outside half of the plate.
Not a bad pitch.
Good pitch, good take. Good pitch, good take. That'll even account it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Monzo asks for time and gets it. Captains threatening here in the bottom of the second. Looking to push across their first run of the evening. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Taken again for a ball. That'll run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes to Tyler Monzo. See if their runners are off on this pitch or not. Only 1 out. How aggressive the captain's going to be. Runners in staying position. Monzo flares one out over shortstop. Great grab by Nicasio over there at shortstop. He's got Boyer leading off first. Throws back, not in time. Outstanding ranging catch by Nicasio out there at shortstop. Monzo does a great job to put his bat on the baseball in the outer half of the plate. But there's Nicasio ranging up to make the grab for out number 2 here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up the captain's right fielder, number 25, Rocco Bondano. Runner still at first and second. 2 outs. Bondano takes first pitch for a ball. 1-0 to Rocco Bondano. One-0 pitch taken for a strike. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Still working on the outside part of the plate.
Longstreet gets his sign. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-2 to Rocco Bondano. One-two pitch. Down in the dirt. Nice block back there by Angel Murray, keeping the runners at first and second. But that pitch will even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the second inning of a 2-0 game. That's a lot of 2s.
Yes, it is.
Swung on, fouled back. We'll do it again. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded to second base. Rosado up with it, over to first, in time, and that'll retire the side. For the captains, no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 2 runners on base. We head to the top of the third. The Baysox lead 2-0. here in the top of the third. Baysox leading 2-0. Hines will face the 2-3-4 hitters here for the Baysox. Leading off the center fielder, Don Baselli. Responsible for one of the Baysox runs tonight with that home run out to left center field.
And to substantiate your statement last inning about a good block by the catcher, a lot of people might say, well, how would that be a good block? It went out of circle, it went to the right and everything. Well, from my philosophy, a good block is dictated by, did the runners advance? They didn't advance.
100%. Yep. 0-1 here.
I mean, we do a lot of drills as a catching guy, but, you know, you want them to block the ball a certain place and do this and that. But as long as the runners don't advance, it was a good block. And that's just as simple as it is. Oh, okay.
Quickly 0-2 here to Baselli.
Still not good at all that stuff.
Swung on, fouled back. Looked to me like Don Baselli's 3-1 swing is not much different than his 0-2 swing there, Coach.
Yep.
He'll take there for ball one. 1-2 to Baselli here. Top of the third on a gorgeous baseball evening here in Summers Point.
Shh, don't say that too loud, you told me.
Hines will miss upstairs. That'll even the count. 2-2 to Baselli. Swung on, lifted, out to left field. Campbell ranges over to his left, makes the grab. That'll be out number one here. Were the captains. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 88, Billy Wheatley. Singled to left field in his first AB. Came around to score the second run for the Baysox in that 2-run first inning. But that's all the runs so far here tonight. Both pitchers have settled in nicely, got themselves in a groove. Hines misses there with the first pitch, 1-0 to Billy Wheatley. Swung on, laced foul down the third base line. Watch your head. That foul ball coming back into play. Wheatley will retrieve it and get us back going again. One out here in the top of the third. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Taken up and in. 2-1. Swung out the center field. Andre Boyer had him played perfectly. One step in to make that grab. Quickly, 2 outs here for the captains. That'll bring him the cleanup hitter, the second baseman, Alejandro Rosado.
Anything hit the left side, I'm blocked out. I mean, the trophies are nice and the plaques are nice, but...
Coach, we are fortunate enough to have replay, which is always a great thing. First pitch swinging there for Rosado. Looked to catch his foot. A little delayed call there, but eventually the umpires make the decision that it did hit off his front foot. I think, Coach, one of the things you like to see there, if you are the hitter getting hit with the ball, you want to show the umpires that you got hit with the ball.
Absolutely.
I think too many times we've seen that runner unsure and start running down the first base line.
4 or 5 hard steps down the first baseline, and then
it's too late.
Then you got a question.
It's too late by then. Here's the 0-1. Laced foul off to the right. Hines pitching ahead again here to Rosado. 0-2.
That's why I parked out there.
I'm about 2 fields over the other way as well. You learn very early in this business, you don't park where everybody else parks. You try to find the safest spot. Rosado fouls another one. 0-2 swinging.
That one might take a
I-
little
I-
more
I-
time
I-
to regather yourself.
It would appear so. Home plate umpire John Dubel giving the courtesy to Alejandro Rosado. Give him a few extra seconds to catch his breath.
And I think that snicker on the umpire's face tells the whole story.
We are still 0-2. 2 out here, top of the third. Cole Hines gets his sign. The 0-2 pitch. Misses upstairs. One ball and 2 strikes to Alejandro Rosado. Fouled off again. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That'll miss upstairs. Rosado does a nice job to even up the count here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Rosado fouls another one away.
It's a pretty good at bat. This is the 11th pitch.
And as a pitcher, you are thinking,
Wow.
what do I need to throw here?
What? That's 12. What do I got to
Fouled
throw?
off again.
How am I going to get him out? And he may, because his at bat, not let me get to the 5th inning maybe now.
This was always from the dugout, you got to win the battle here, win the battle. Both pitcher and hitter doing an outstanding job. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hines will miss upstairs.
But even at this at bat here, you figure in high school baseball, to kick him is in the dugout and he finally strikes out or whatever, he grounds out. Hey, that was a good at bat, son. He's trying to figure out, how was that a good at bat? Well, you made him throw 12 or 13 pitches.
Rosado laces one over to second base.
Yes, he did. Good job.
Brock Mercado unable to catch up with it. That'll be a hard hit line drive single for Rosado.
So in the 14th pitch, he gets a single.
Just out of the reach of Mercado over there at second base. That'll put a runner over at first base with 2 outs, bringing up the designated hitter Joe Farrell. Farrell with a base hit, his first at bat in the first. Hines checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Farrell. Oh and 1 to Joe Farrell. That'll miss upstairs. Even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good time to run here, Coach, over at first. 2 outs.
Absolutely.
Try to get that runner in the scoring position. Let's see if the Baysox are listening. Hines will miss with the 1-1 offering inside.
Well, I think he kind of ran gingerly down the first base, though, with that base hit, I think.
That could have been a decoy. That could have been a decoy. That could have been a decoy. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, lifted out to center field. Boyer back, ranging. He'll make the grab 10 steps short of the 360-foot sign to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the third, 2-0 Ventnor Baysox. Back here for the bottom of the third. The Captains will send up their leadoff hitter, number 22, Kevin Foreman. Struck out in his first at-bat this evening. Bob Burkholtz here alongside the coach, Tom Ryder, and the outstanding BFA Sports crew. Producer, director, engineer Ryan Schumacher over here to our left. James Moody, Ryan Ornosky out there patrolling the cameras. Great group tonight. Happy to be bringing you coverage of the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. Fouled back again. Quickly 0-2 to Kevin Foreman. Longstreet hits his sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That'll miss away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The lights here at Fairley Field make their way on. One-two pitch, down and away. Evens the count, 2-2 to Foreman. Is today the longest day of the year, or was that yesterday? Or 2 days ago? The 23rd? The 21st is the longest day of the year already. So we're losing daylight already. Two-two pitch taken for a called strike. Great pitch by Longstreet there on the outer portion of the plate to send Foreman back to the dugout for out number 1 here in the bottom of the third. Going to bring up the second baseman, number 4, Brock Mercado. Murray may have cost his pitcher a strike there. Called for a ball. Looked like a good pitch.
Yes, it did.
Laced over to first base. Bronco up with it, takes it himself. 3 unassisted on the putout. Quickly 2 outs here for the Captains. Mercado looking for that fastball in. Got it. Just happened to hit it right where John Bronco was playing him for out number 2. That'll bring up Kyle Campbell here with 2 outs in the third. He swings first pitch. Over to Nicasio with short, up with it, over in time to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors.
A good inning that time. Good inning.
We head to the top of the 4th. Baysox continue to lead 2-0. We head here to the top of the 4th. Baysox still leading 2-0. They'll send up the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Berry, Vega, and Wallace. Here to face Cole Hines back out for his 4th inning of work. Catcher Angel Murray leading off here for the Baysox in the top of the fourth. First pitch called a ball. 1-0 to Murray. Laced a double down the right field line, his first at bat. Two and 0. Here to Baysox catcher Angel Murray. Looked like Murray was trying to put that on the
Yes, he was.
the firehouse over there.
Trying to hit the firehouse.
Good 2-0 swing, but that swing and miss will run the count 2-1. Murray again with a big hack. Fouls it back. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the top of the fourth.
He sounded like he'd like to have that one back.
he did put a little extra oomph into that one. Hines will miss upstairs. That'll run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes here. To the leadoff batter here in the top of the fourth, Angel Murray. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Are we close to the league record for foul balls in a game, or do you think we're getting close?
That got a car behind us. I heard it.
We'll do it again. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on. Did I say something about foul balls? I
Yes, you did.
I did.
Yep.
I did. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, laced out to left center field. That'll get down for a hit. Boyer all the way over to the wall to try to cut it off. But that'll not slow down Murray as he trots into second base with his second double of the ball game. A leadoff double here for the Baysox in the top of the fourth.
That was a good piece hitting. Just went with that pitch, took it to left center, barreled it up. I mean, let's knock Babe Ruth over.
How about the wheels from the catcher there, too, Coach?
Yep.
Trotting out that double, huh?
He's got a runner.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Javi Vega, who walked his first appearance this evening. Runner on second, nobody out. First pitch to Vegas taken low, ball 1. Let's see if the Baysox want to manufacture a run here, Coach. Get a little ground ball to the right side, get that runner over to third. Foul ball over to first. Grabbed by Monzo right up against the fence. Had room. Found the fence. Reaches up, makes the grab.
Nice play. Real nice play.
I think the great job not only for Monzo, the first baseman on that play, but give some credit to the catcher, Matt Nolan, who is working his way to the fence line, letting his first baseman know he had room to make that grab for the first out in the inning. That'll bring up the right fielder, Nathan Wallace. Grounded out to third, his first plate appearance. Oh, pitch swung on and fouled back. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Wallace. Swung on, right back up the middle. Hines unable to come up with it. The runner did have to freeze because Hines did have a play on that ball, so he was only able to advance to third.
All right.
But that'll put runners on the corner with 1 out for first baseman John Bronco. Timeout here for the captains. Coach Dave O'Sullivan makes his way out to the mound. Possibly looking to maybe go over some first and third plays here, decide what they want to do, how they want to handle if the runner does go.
It's a very fair assumption.
Bronco will step into the plate. 0 for 1 on the night. Strikeout in his first plate appearance. Again, runners at first and third. We have one out here in the top of the fourth. Hines checks the runner. Bronco swings and foul tips the first pitch. 0-1 to the Baysox first baseman. We'll look to see what the Baysox do here with Wallace over at first base. 0-1 pitch. Just missed on the outer half of the plate. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on, laced down the left field line. That'll be in for a base hit. 1 run will score. Wallace will stop at second base. RBI, base hit for John Bronco. And the Baysox extend their lead here to 3-0. Still with just 1 out here in the top of the fourth.
Did a good job of just going with the pitch that time, too. Kind of split to the outer half of the plate. Just took it to left field.
First and second, 1 out. That'll bring up the extra hitter for tonight. Phil Santamaria. He laces one over the second baseman's head. There'll be a play at the plate. It's not in time. And Nathan Wallace will score the 4th run for the Baysox on the RBI base hit by Phil Santamaria. That'll extend the Ventnor Baysox lead to 4-0 here in the 4th. Still just 1 out.
And runners on first and second.
That'll flip the lineup over here for the Ventnor Baysox, bringing up the shortstop, number 31, Angelo Nicasio. 0 for 2 on the night. Hines misses with his first offering. 1-0 to Nicasio. Hines checks the runners. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Foul down the left field line. That'll even the count here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Still here in the top of the 4th. Baysox looking to add to their 4-0 lead. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That'll miss upstairs. 2-1. After a quiet third, looks like the Baysox are making Hines work a little bit more here in the 4th, Coach.
Yes, they are.
Here's the 2-1. That'll miss low. That'll run the count 3-1 to Angelo Nicasio. Here's the 3-1. That'll miss upstairs. Ball 4, and that'll load him for the Baysox. That'll bring up center fielder Don Baselli. Homered in the first. Flied out to left field. Now batting in a big spot for the Baysox, looking to do some damage. Bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch by Hines, misses upstairs, 1-0. Falling behind, Coach.
Yes, he is.
Not getting that first pitch strike. Nope. 1-0 pitch swung on. It'll make its way out of play.
Ran out of room.
That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Don Baselli. Hines from the windup. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Hines gets ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Baselli. Looking for that strikeout or pitcher's best friend here, Coach. Let's see what he gets. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout here for Hines.
Yes, it was.
Reaches back and throws a fastball by Baselli for out number 2. That'll bring up third baseman Billy Wheatley. Bases loaded still here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Wheatley lines one into right field. Bondano over, makes the catch in right center field for out number 3.
A nice catch.
But the Baysox do tack on 2 more runs. 2 runs, 3 hits. They leave them loaded. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-0 Ventnor Baysox. We head to the bottom of the 4th, where the Baysox extended their lead in the top half of the inning to 4, with Summers Point captains coming to bat. Leading off here for the captains will be the catcher, number 24, Matt Nolan, to face James Longstreet here in his 4th inning of work. We'll start off with a fastball away. 1-0 to Matt Nolan. That'll miss. 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch by Longstreet. Swung on, fouled. Two and 1 here to catcher Matt Nolan. Strike called.
He's still staying with that outside corner. He's consistent.
That'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back, and out of play.
There's another foul ball for you.
I thought if I mentioned it, they would stop. I thought that was trying to do the
Yeah,
reverse,
that
the
didn't
reverse
work.
psychology, where if you talk about it, then it'll stop. But clearly, it's not working.
Well, I guess the classic question is, how'd that work out for you?
Here's the 2-2 pitch,
There you
swung
go.
on and
Good
missed.
job. Yep.
That's the 4th strikeout for James Longstreet tonight. One out here in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up the captain, third baseman, number 15, Jared Nolan. Jared struck out in his first plate appearance this evening. Called strike 1. 0-1 here to Jared Nolan. Swung on a missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Seems like Longstreet's been in a good rhythm.
Yes,
here,
he
Coach.
has. Has company of last 2-3 innings.
Captains have been able to muster anything or much offensively. That pitch will miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jared Nolan. Rhythm's so important for a pitcher too at any level. It's just it's amazing what the confidence you have to throw when you are in your rhythm. An example there is no one's rung up on the swing. Strikeout number 5 for Longstreet here tonight.
Oh, the big thing is no matter what level you pitch, location, movement, and velocity.
Pitcher Cole Hines will take first pitch for a ball. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 4th. Longstreet will miss. Up and in. 2 balls and no strikes to Hines. Hit by pitch in his only plate appearance so far this evening. That'll miss down low. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Call it a strike. Longstreet gets his sign. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That'll miss away. So a 2-out walk for Cole Hines. Coach, 2-out walks. Gray hair makers, I call them. That's a gray. That's a gray hair maker.
Or they're trouble starters.
They
One or the
are
other. Trouble starters.
You'd almost rather see a solo home run than give out a 2-out walk.
Absolutely. That just might be 2 quick outs and you lose focus a little bit and can't find a strike zone.
The Captains do have a base runner. Hines over at first. 2 outs. That'll bring up the center fielder, Andre Boyer. Reached on an error his first plate appearance. John Dubel says he swung at that pitch. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Longstreet gets a sign. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on a missed.
No question about that one.
It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Andre Boyer. Hines over at first. 2 outs here for the Captains. Boyer swings and misses, and when Longstreet needs it, he gets it for out number 3 here in the bottom of the 4th. No runs, no hits. 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 5th. Ventnor Baysox continue to lead 4-0. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here tonight from Summers Point. BFA Sports bringing you live South Jersey South Shore baseball action between the visiting Ventnor Baysox and the Summers Point Captains. Pitching change here for the Captains in the top of the fifth. First baseman Tyler Monzo will swing over to the pitching mound and do the pitching duties here for the Captains, while starting pitcher Cole Hines will just switch with Monzo and patrol first base here for the Captains. Leading off here for the Baysox in the top of the fifth, the second baseman Alejandro Rosado. 1 for 2 on the day with a base hit, as the Baysox will look to add to their lead here 4-0, top 5. Monzo gets his sign. Here's the pitch. He'll miss up and away. 1-0 to Rosado. That'll miss up and away again. 2-0. Here to Rosado. I think that would qualify as a 2-0 hack.
Yes, that would.
Swung on and missed by Rosado. I'll make the count 2-1. Missed away. 3 balls, 1 strike to Alejandro Rosado. And that'll be ball 4. The leadoff walk for the Baysox here in the top of the fifth. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Joe Farrell. Joe for 1 for 2 on the day. Base hit. Fly out to center field. Monzo working quickly. Gets it over for a strike. 0-1 to Farrell. Man on first, nobody out here for the Baysox, top of the fifth. Monzo will give Rosado a look over to first, back in plenty of time. Here's the 0-1. Just catches the inside corner of the plate. I'm not sure Farrell agreed with the call.
I thought it was a pretty good call.
I agree.
Thought it was a pretty good call.
That'll push the count to 0-2. Sharp breaking curve by Monzo will miss
Yes,
inside.
it was.
Little bite to that pitch.
Yes, it did.
Here's the 1-2 from Monzo. I believe we have a balk. A balk called on Monzo. Base umpire Matt Lawler indicating that Tyler Monzo's front foot did not come to a complete stop. I did mention he was working pretty quickly.
Yes, you did. Yep.
I guess base umpire Matt Lawler agreed a little bit with that. Swung on, grounded over to third. Nolan up with it in time to get Farrell at first for the first out of the inning.
That was a real good 90. A real good 90.
That'll bring up catcher Angel Murray. So far, the offensive star for the Baysox tonight, 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, RBI and a run scored. Another RBI opportunity for Murray with Rosado out there at second base. 1 out. Swung on, lifted high. Hines has room, unable to come up with it.
That was a healthy hack. But there could be some baseball karma here now.
And I think we're also in that part of the evening, Coach, where that sky, and it's still light, where you can still see some sky, but it's not quite dark enough where the lights get into play. So maybe Hines had a little tough time reading that ball up in the air. but that'll extend the at-bat here for Murray. 1 ball, 1 strike. Take ball 2 down and away. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ball inside. That'll run the count to 3-1 on Angel Murray. Here's the 3-1 pitch taken for a ball. Rosado off on the pitch. Will make it in safely as Murray makes his way down the first base on the 1-out walk. Rosado doing a little 2-step over there, but
yes, he did.
I don't think he realized how close that ball was. That'll put runners at first and third. Pinch runner, or courtesy runner for the catcher. It looks like Matthew Hopkins over there at first base for the Baysox. First and third, 1 out. Bringing up the left fielder, Javi Vega. He swings at the first pitch and misses. Monzo quickly ahead, 0-1. Vega gets assigned the 0-1 pitch. Misses upstairs. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Javi 0 for 1 today with a walk. Monzo with a good move over to first. Hopkins back in time. Swing and a miss.
Nice healthy swing again. And they want to hit. Ventnor wants to hit.
I think they've shown that tonight, Coach.
Yes, they
absolutely.
have. Yep, absolutely.
They didn't come here to walk. They came here to swing the sticks. But I put Vega behind 1-2. Swing and lifted. Pop up shallow center infield. Check that. Foreman in to make the grab for out number 2. Two outs here in the top of the 5th. Runners on first and third. That'll bring up the right fielder, Nathan Wallace. 1 for 2 so far. Monzo delivers upstairs for ball 1. This might be a good spot, Coach. You know, you don't see it a lot in summer, but maybe in high school, a little maybe trickery, a little first and third. Try to push that runner over, but Wallace will swing the bat instead and lace it.
Yep.
In between the hole at first and second for a 2-out RBI base hit. And that'll add another run to the Baysox run total. They now lead the ball game 5-0.
That's what we were trying to think ahead and say delay or break early steal or something, but you know what? Didn't need that.
And listen,
took advantage of the big hole at second base.
And we already talked about the Baysox came here to swing, so I don't see why they would do any kind of trickery. Just let their bats do the talking. And it results in an RBI base hit. That'll bring up the first baseman, John Bronco. 1 for 2 with an RBI tonight. First and second, 2 outs here. Top of the 5th. Swung on.
Ooh.
Got in on him, but it's in no man's land. Mercado up with it, unable to make a play. And Bronco will be safe at first on the infield base hit. Coach, that's got to be frustrating with 2 outs. You make a tremendous pitch. Up and in on the batter. He hits the ball 80 feet, and you're unable to get that last out.
And then what made it worse is the left-handed pitcher falling off the other side away from the play. So that made it a lot harder for him.
That'll load the bases here for the Baysox. Extra hitter, number 27, Phil Santamaria in the batter's box. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Santamaria 1 for 2. He laces one. Down the right field line. Bondano back up against the wall. That ball is out of here. A grand slam home run for Phil Santamaria. And the Baysox have blown it open here in the top of the 5th. They now lead 8-0 on the grand slam by Phil Santamaria.
Wow. That just kept carrying.
Check that, 9-0.
My math was right.
The abacus was wrong.
Yeah, for you it's easy. It doesn't math for you.
That'll turn the lineup over for here the Baysox. Bringing up leadoff hitter Angelo Nicasio. Santamaria put a charge into that one,
Yes, he
Coach.
did. Yep.
Swung on a miss. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nicasio. 0 for 2 on the night with a walk. Chopper out in front. Nolan up with it. Fires down the first in time to retire the side. But not before the Baysox plate 5 runs on 3 hits. No men left on base. The big blow. A grand slam from Phil Santamaria. We head to the bottom of the 5th. The Ventnor Baysox lead 9-0. Thanks again for joining us here on BFA Sports. I'm Bob Burkholtz alongside the coach, Tom Ryder, bringing you South Jersey South Shore baseball. Shout out to our sponsor, Bunting Family Pharmacy. We bring the pharmacy to you. Big inning for the Baysox in the top of the 5th. The captains will get their chance here in the bottom of the inning. They'll send up the 8-9 hitters. Leading off the now pitcher, Tyler Monzo. James Longstreet back out there for the Baysox. Continues to pound the zone, throwing strikes. 0-1 here to Monzo. Down and away. 1-1. Longstreet's line so far tonight, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, a hit batter. And that's about it so far for the captains. 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 to Monzo. One-two pitch called strike 3. Longstreet freezes Monzo with a fastball in the inner half of the plate for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up the right fielder, Rocco Bondano. Grounded out his second in his only plate appearance so far. Healthy hack there, quickly 0-1 to Bondano. Longstreet steps off, maybe a little trouble with the signs there. Gathers himself, gets the sign he likes. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Called Strike on the outer half of the plate. 0-2 to Bondano.
I guess he didn't like something there.
Yeah, Murray asks for time, heads out, has a conversation with his pitcher, James Longstreet. You know, sometimes, again, we talked about it with the lights and the dusk. It can be a little tough to see the catcher signals. You'll see catchers sometimes, they'll either put some tape on their fingers
Do
or
something, yep.
maybe some neon yellow nail polish. Ryan, you got any, nail polish? You got any nail polish in your bag that we can let these guys borrow? That pitch will miss upstairs. 1-2 to Rocco Bondano. Here in the bottom of the fifth, 1 out. Baysox lead 9-0. Longstreet goes about 3/4 arm slot there, but misses just to the outside. That'll run the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 8 for James Longstreet tonight. Longstreet has struck out 5 of the last 6 batters that he has faced. Needless to say, we'd say he's in a groove, Coach.
He is in a groove.
With 2 outs, that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, shortstop Kevin Foreman. A strikeout victim twice in his 2 plate appearances. Takes the first pitch down and away. 1-0 to Kevin Foreman. Here's the 1-0. That'll miss outside. 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Check swing. Up and over. Nicasio unable to come up with it. That'll be a 2-out, check swing base hit for Kevin Foreman.
That is a very fair description of that base hit.
I think the frustrating thing is, Coach, that's not really the first hit of the ball game you want to give up in that spot.
Absolutely.
It was a clean single, but give Foreman a little bit of credit. Check the swing. Just did enough to lift it up and over the reaching Nicasio at shortstop. So the Captains have a 2-out base runner here. Bringing up the second baseman, Brock Mercado. He'll swing and foul one away. Longstreet checks the runner. Gets his sign. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, lifted. Behind third base. They converge. Nobody's able to come up with it. And Mercado will make his way over to first base for the bloop single. Foreman, recognizing nobody over at third base, makes his way all the way around from first. That'll give the Captains runners at first and third here with 2 outs.
That's a really good heads up on the base runner on first, especially a 9-0 game. He didn't give up on it. Saw nobody was occupying third base and went all the way from first to third.
Coach, whose job's that in that scenario with the shortstop, third baseman, left fielder all converging? Who do you think should be over there?
I couldn't see it from here, but I think it should have been the shortstop. I mean, he's pretty much has precedence over anybody in the infield.
First pitch to Kyle Campbell. Called a strike. Campbell 0 for 2 on the night.
But then in their defense, like you said 2 times before, sunlight, lights, sky.
How about the pitcher, Coach? What's he doing on that play? Shouldn't he been the?
He
Don't
should
you
be
think
going
he
to
should have
third
been the
base.
guy covering
He should have
too?
been going to third base.
He sees what's going on. He should have
Yep.
made his way over there. I don't know if they would have had a play. Longstreet reaches back. Misses upstairs. Run the count. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Kyle Campbell. Captain's threatening here in the bottom of the fifth. First and third, 2 outs. Here's the 1-1. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kyle Campbell. Here's the 1-2. Fouled at the plate.
That could have been off the foot too, I guess, maybe.
Nice pitch by Longstreet there to get
Yes.
the in on the hands. Not much Campbell could do other than really foul that pitch off. But he stays alive. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. You have Mercado over at first, Foreman over at third, 2 outs.
That was a Bee Gees song, right? Staying Alive?
Well before my time, Coach.
Okay.
Well before my time.
You know it was, right, Ryan?
Well before my time.
I do listen to MGK.
Longstreet from the stretch. Here's the 1-2. Laced out in the left field for an RBI base hit by Kyle Campbell. Mercado hustling around first base will make it. Great base running there by Kyle Campbell. He'll make his way all the way around the second. And the Captains are on the board here, 9-1, with 2 runners in scoring position.
All with 2 outs.
Yeah. Longstreet set the first 2 batters in order with strikeouts. But back-to-back-to-back base hits have the Captains on the board and threatening here in the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up the catcher, Matt Nolan. Longstreet misses down and away. Nolan 0 for 2 on the night. Captain's trying to chip away at this 8-run advantage for the Baysox. Still plenty of baseball to go.
Must have been a little bit high.
Nolan will take that pitch, 2-0. Here to Matt Nolan. Two-0 pitch misses upstairs again. That'll run the count 3-0 to Matt Nolan. Pitch count is starting to increase here for Longstreet,
I
Coach,
would
here
have
in the
to say,
5th.
yes, it is.
3-0 is taken for a ball. And that'll be a 2-out walk for Matt Nolan. And more importantly for the Captains, that'll load the bases. Catcher Angel Murray asks for time, go out to chat with his pitcher. Ask him how much he has left in the tank. Player coach Nate Wallace will make a trip out to the mound to settle down his starting pitcher to find out how much he's got left in the tank,
What's
Coach.
in the tank here?
How you feeling? You tell me. More candlesticks? Maybe they're talking about what
Well,
to get for wedding gifts. Candlesticks?
Well, Coach, who else do we have?
Well, we have not seen any bullpen action, but that doesn't mean we couldn't see a pitching change in this spot.
Yep.
The conversation on the mound continues.
Looks like the umpire might be involved in this decision.
John Dubel has the lineup cards out.
Probably trying to figure out what they can do with the DH or the EH or both of them, maybe.
That may be it. Wondering if the EH can come in and play and move another position player or another player out into the field. Again, summer leagues tend to play by different rules. Home plate umpire John Dubel will make his way over to the Summers Point dugout to speak with Coach Dave O'Sullivan, trying to clarify what Ventnor may or may not be able to do in terms of changes. But I would think with this delay, they would almost have to make a change at this point. You're not going to leave your starting pitcher out there this long of a delay, Coach, and then expect him to get that last out. So I think they're just trying to figure out exactly what they can do legally with the lineup. And that'll make it official. So Longstreet goes 4 2/3. He strikes out 8 batters. He gives up 3 walks, a hit batter, and he gives up 3 singles. There's only 3 singles in the game he gives up here in the bottom of the 5th. The Captains with the bases loaded, 2 outs. And the Baysox will call on Nathan Wallace to get them out of this jam. Again, the Baysox lead 9-1. The best chance for the Captains here tonight so far to put a crooked number up there on the scoreboard. They've already plated 1, but looking to do some more damage here with the bases loaded. Nathan Wallace will finish up his warm-up pitches. And he will face Cole Hines. Cole does not have an official plate appearance tonight. Hit by pitch in the 1st. Walked in the 3rd. But his on-base percentage is pretty high, though.
Yes, it is.
And that's the name of the game. Wallace finishing up his 8-pitch warm-up, but that seems like a little bit longer than 8 pitches to me.
Seemed like it, yep.
And the umpires don't seem in any hurry to speed this up. Maybe there was an injury that we don't know about that would allow Wallace to throw as many as he needed to get himself ready. But I did not see Longstreet motioning or indicating any type of injury. But nonetheless, here we are with Wallace basically getting as many as he'd like to get himself ready. But it looks like we are ready to restart. Murray makes his way back out to the pitcher's mound to confer with his pitcher. Again, let's set the stage for where we have bases loaded. We have 2 outs. The Captains have pushed across the 1 run so far here in the 5th, looking to add to it to cut into this 8-run deficit. Check that now. Batting here for the Captains will be third baseman Jared Nolan, who takes first pitch for a ball. A little bit of breathing room here for the Baysox,
yep,
Coach.
Just
A little bit.
Yep.
But you don't want to use all that breathing room up with 2 innings plus still here to go. That ball is popped up and out of play behind the backstop. That'll even account 1 ball, 1 strike to Jared Nolan. Wallace from the windup. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-2 to the captain, third baseman. In on the hands, but fought off by Jared Nolan. That'll keep the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another foul ball adding to
There
our
you go. Yep, your
season-leading foul ball total for a game.
tonight might be it.
Wallace checks his signs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Big strikeout for Wallace as he comes in the game to get that final out here for the Baysox. 1 run on 3 hits. The captains leave him loaded. We head to the top of the 6th. The Baysox lead 9-1. Bob Burkholz here alongside Coach Tom Ryder. We head to the top of the 6th. The Baysox leading here 9-1. Captains able to push across their first run here in the bottom of the 5th, but that's all they could get in attempts to try to chip away at this 8-run lead by the Baysox. Leading off here for the Baysox in the top of the 6th is the center fielder, number 13, Don Baselli. Baselli 1 for 3 on the day. Healthy hack, swing and a miss.
Hack.
I think that's the only hack he has in his arsenal.
That was
would be
in the,
a healthy
yep.
hack. Here's the 1-0 fouled back and out of play.
Another foul ball. They're going to get harder to find now because it's tonight.
Monzo from the windup. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball.
No breaking ball right there.
Swung and a miss.
Good job.
Strikeout of Baselli for the first out here in the 6th. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 88, Billy Wheatley. Wheatley 1 for 3 on the day with a base hit. Monzo working quickly. First pitch out and away for a ball. 1-0 to the third baseman, Billy Wheatley. Swung on and missed. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good pitch from Monzo on the outer half of the plate.
Tell you what, Monzo wants the ball back right away. Let's go get him again.
Here's the 1-2. Swung on and fouled away.
There it is again.
As coach indicated, Monzo quickly gets the ball from the umpire, back on the mound, gets his sign. Here's the 1-2. Sharp breaking curveball,
Yes,
fouled off.
Yep.
Really some nice break to that pitch, Coach.
Yes, he does.
You'd have to imagine a lot of hitters are going to give up on that pitch too early and find themselves headed back to the dugout, realizing that it's got such a good break, it'll get right over the plate. He misses with that curveball. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Billy Wheatley. Up and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled back.
Foul ball again.
It was kind of funny at first, but now it's kind of...
Yeah, it's kind of getting...
Here's the payoff pitch from Monzo. Down low for ball 4.
He almost raised his right hand.
And Wheatley will work a 1-out walk here in the top of the 6th. That'll bring up the second baseman, Alejandro Rosado. 1 for 2 on the day with a base hit, a walk. Monzo checking with his shortstop, Kevin Foreman, to let him know he has him on a comebacker. Monzo gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on, lifted. And that one will fall. Hines did get himself over to the fence. Unable to come up with that one. And Alejandro Rosado will stay alive, but finds himself down on the count 0-1. Wheatley with a short lead over there at first. Rosado takes low and away. Here's the 1-1. Fouled back. One ball and 2 strikes to the second baseman. Monzo peers in, gets his sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Pauses. Time called at home plate. And we'll try it again. Wheatley again with not much of a lead over there at first. There's that great curveball from
nice
Monzo.
Pitch right there.
Freezes
Nice
Rosado
Yep.
for out number 2 here in the top of the 6th. Stepping to the plate, the Baysox designated hitter number 17, Joe Farrell. Farrell 1 for 3 on the day. Laces a ball down to third base. Gobbled up there by Nolan. Over to first in time for out number 3. Great range display there by Jared Nolan for the Baysox here in the 6th.
There's a nice play through the wall here I'm trying to look through.
No runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the bottom of the 6th. The Baysox continue to lead 9-1. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Baysox continue to lead here 9-1. Thank you once again for joining us here on BFA Sports. Thank you for tuning in on this beautiful, lovely Friday evening down here in Summers Point, or wherever you may be watching us here on YouTube. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up and a like. And if you really feel like it, give us a subscribe button here to BFA Sports, bringing you season-long action of the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. First baseman Cole Hines swinging at the first pitch. Foul ball.
We've had the dog with us for the last 5 innings, too. Kind of stopped in to say hi. Whoop.
In on the hands, popped up. Long run for Rosado, but he makes the grab for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. Wallace does a great job of getting that ball in on the hands. Rosado a long way from his spot there at second. Makes the sliding grab for out number 1.
And that ball was not up there that long, neither.
First pitch strike to Andre Boyer, the center fielder, 0 for 2 on the night. An aluminum bat, that might have been right at him at second base. A wood bat, that's not going to travel. Curveball over for a strike. Boyer finds himself in the hole, 0-2. Misses away. Wallace did a great job there for the Baysox. In the bottom of the 5th, pitch his team out of a bases-loaded 2-out jam. Back out here for the 6th. Probably to try to close this one out for the Baysox, you would think.
Looks like they might not have a choice.
Here's the 2-2. Curveball. Called strike 3.
Good pitch.
Out number 2 here for the Baysox. That'll bring up the pitcher. Number 2, Tyler Monzo. Monzo 0 for 2 on the night with a line out and a strikeout. Wallace from the windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Foul tip caught by Murray behind the plate. 0-1 to Monzo. One swung and fouled back right at us.
I ducked. Yes, I did.
And it's quickly 0-2 to Tyler Monzo.
Don't ask me why. Just instinct, I guess.
Cat-like reflexes, Coach. Cat-like.
I wouldn't. Thanks for the compliment.
Even
but I
at
wouldn't
even
say
at the
so.
age of
I
29.
wouldn't
Good
say
for
so.
you.
Thank you.
Fouled back again. The count remains no balls, 2 strikes here to Tyler Monzo. Nathan Wallace from the windup. Here's the sign, and here's the pitch. Fouled. Out of play. Fouled.
We will not respond to that. It was funny 4 innings ago.
You have to worry about baseballs at this point, I think. Are we
You might.
are we returning all these balls that are fouled out of play? Great pitch by Wallace. Gets a defensive swing by Monzo. Fields his position over to first in time for the final out here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We head to the top of the 7th. The Baysox continue to lead 9-1. We head to the 7th. Ventnor looking to protect the 9-1 lead. Leading off here for the Baysox in the 7th, catcher Angel Murray has found himself on base all 3 times tonight, courtesy of 2 doubles and a walk. Lifts one out to left field. Kyle Campbell camps under it. Oh, but he dropped the ball. Murray hustling around hurt first will make his way into second. I don't know if Kyle Campbell lost that ball at the last second. He found himself under the baseball. But the ball finds its way to the ground, allowing Murray to make his way around second base. That'll bring out courtesy runner Mike Brady for the Baysox. Man on second, nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Monzo's first pitch to Javi Vega upstairs for a ball. Brady off on the pitch, steals third. Coach 9-1, stealing third. What say you?
Well, you're putting me on the spot, but I'd have to say no.
Okay. I would agree with that. I would agree. Swung on and missed by Vega. That'll run the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Man on third, nobody out here for the Baysox. Top of the 7th. Here in Summers Point. Monzo misses upstairs. That'll run the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three-one curveball by Monzo.
He's got a nice little curveball.
Here's the 3-2. Swung on and missed. Strikeout for out number 1 here in the 7th. That'll bring up the pitcher, Nathan Wallace. Wallace 2 for 3 on the night. 2 singles, 2 runs scored. He'll swing at the first pitch and foul it out of play.
Was he the DH or the EH?
He started in right field this evening.
Started in right field, okay.
He did start in right field.
Oh, okay. They're probably trying to figure out whether he can re-enter or...
Here's the 0-1. Upstairs. That'll even account. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Nathan Wallace. Captain's defense playing back, conceding that runner over at third. Here's the 2-1 from Monzo. Laced to second base. Mercado up with it. And that'll be out number 2 here for the Baysox. It's a good thing the infield was not in, because I think that may have been over a drawn-in infield.
Yes, it might have been.
So that'll leave Brady over at third base with 2 outs. Stepping to the plate, the first baseman, John Bronco. 2 for 3 on the night for the Baysox. He'll take first pitch curveball for a ball. Bronco with an RBI and a run scored tonight. Healthy hack at that one.
That was going over the scoreboard.
Here's the 1-1 from Monzo. I'll let you guess where that one went.
It's a foul ball.
Okay. Bronco finds himself behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strike. Here's the pitch. Missed on the outside part of the plate. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. To John Bronco. Beautiful curveball
Nice
by
curveball.
Monzo.
Yep.
Great out pitch. And that'll retire the side. The Baysox get no runs, no hits. They strand 1 runner. Last swings here for the captains. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Baysox lead 9-1. Here we are in the bottom of the 7th, BFA Sports. The Ventnor Baysox looking to close out a 9-1 lead here as we head to the bottom of the 7th. The captains will send up their 9-1-2 of the order. The right fielder, Rocco Bondano, will lead off. Give Nathan Wallace a little credit here, Coach. He comes in the 5th, needing 1 out, gets the big strikeout to extinguish that rally that the captains had put together. Comes out, does a great job in the 6th, and here he is in the 7th, looking to close it out. First pitch from Wallace, misses upstairs. 1-0. But obviously the big blow here tonight for the Baysox was that grand slam by Phil Santamaria.
Yes, it was.
Which turned a 5-1 game into where we stand now at 9-1. Strike 2 to Rocco Bondano. And we have a pause in the action here. Looks like we have a broken catcher's glove. I didn't have my radar gun out tonight, Coach, but was Wallace throwing that hard that he could break a catcher's glove? That's pretty impressive. But we are all set. Angel Murray with some new leather behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strike count here to Bondano. Swung on and missed for out number 1. That's the 3rd strikeout for Nathan Wallace in his relief appearance.
Done a commendable job.
You got to commend both Longstreet and Wallace for their pitching efforts tonight. They've really done a nice job of pitching in a rhythm and keeping that captain offense at bay for majority of the evening.
Was that a play on words because we're in Summers Point near the ocean at Bay?
That was not my intention, but now that you mention it, that actually
was
that
very
works. That works. Here's the 1-1. Foul back.
Yep.
We weren't going to get through this last half without
No, absolutely not.
at least one of them. Foreman finds himself behind in the count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th.
Somebody can start their own baseball camp tomorrow with all the missing balls.
Curveball taken for a ball. That'll run the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shortstop Kevin Foreman. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, popped up, shallow left field. Nicasio is under it and makes the catch for out. Number 2 here in the 7th. Captain's down to their last out here. Second baseman Brock Mercado. 1 for 2 on the night. Base hit, walk, and a ground out. We'll try to extend this game. First pitch taken for a ball outside. 1-0 to Brock Mercado. Swung on. Foul down the first base line. Wallace gets his sign. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Down and in. 2-1 to Mercado. Swung on. Lifted. Center field. Baselli under it and makes the grab for the final out. The Baysox coming out on top here this evening by a score of 9-1. Excellent job by starting pitchers James Longstreet and Nathan Wallace. The offense for the Baysox coming out here tonight. Again, the big hit for the Baysox. The bases clearing home run by Phil Santamaria. Not to be outdone by Angel Murray's 2 hits on the night. Great job on both sides of the field for the Baysox tonight, Coach.
It was a very good job on your post game explaining how we got to 9-1.
And it's
I
always
thought you handled that very well.
Always important to mention how we got there.
How
so
we got
that is
there.
good.
Yep. You know what? Like I said, to finish it up, I mean, this is kind of baseball at its purest, I guess. You don't have a real closer. You don't have a middle guy. You have what you have to play with. You don't have all kinds of batting gloves and signs and all kinds of analytical stuff going on. You just come to play the game, and that's what's enjoyable to see.
So once again, our final score here from Fairleigh Field here in Summers Point. The Ventnor Baysox 9, the Summers Point Captains 1. I'm Bob Burkholz.
I'm Coach Ryder.
Coach Ryder for BFA Sports. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time here out on the baseball field.
Have a good night.